world. I've been thinking the whole day today about manifestations and coming from the heart. Again, this is like my normal topic, but it's so important. And the more I understand, the more I really tune into it and really get what does it mean, like manifestations, honestly, what does it mean? And I think we have come to a point in this world where we really need to understand, we really need to get what is this world about? What is goal setting about? What is manifestations about? Because I think we got it so wrong. Like traditionally, we're so used to, we gotta set goals, we gotta plan like 10 years ahead, we're gonna know absolutely everything. We gotta know it all. And you know, I used to struggle for so many years and I was so frustrated because it didn't work for me. I read one book after the other book about goal setting and how to really do it and how to achieve everything, but I couldn't make it work until I actually started to understand, what is this about? Why is it not working? What I found, why goal setting most of the time is not working, is because we're setting goals with our logic. We're setting goals like based on what would look good. We got it backwards. Like we think, I want that amount of money, or I want all those clients, or I want that boat because when I have it, it will make me happy. When I have it, I will feel joy. But the thing is, all studies shows, like even if you want a huge amount of money, that would make you happy for a while. But after about 1 year, you are back to normal again. So you're emotionally back to where you started within a year. So where does happiness come from? It doesn't start from where we think it starts. We do believe that it's going to start when you have the boat, or you have the clients, or you have the money, or the perfect way. But no, it's not working like that. Happiness and that, all of that starts within. And I remember the first time I heard this thing, it made me upset, because many of you know that I found my spiritual path, I found my path in life because I wanted to get pregnant. And once I heard a question somebody was asking, I don't know if it was towards me personally or it was just a question, but somebody said like, why do you want a child? And I just thought, isn't that obvious? You know, I really got upset about a question. I thought, isn't that obvious? I just want it. I don't know why, I just want a child because I like children. Then when I had come a bit further on my path and I actually asked that question to myself, I still remember this. I was out walking in nature and I asked that question to myself. I was like, Linda, why do you really want the kids? Why do you want them? And the first thing that came to me, I said, then I would feel loved. So deep inside of me, I thought that the kids, my future kids, when I had them, they were gonna make me feel loved. So when I really addressed that and could understand that I so wanted those children because I thought that would make me happy, that would make me feel loved, the work is not about getting the children. The work has to start within. And this is so true for everything that we want. We think that when you have that thing, it will make you happy. But that is just backwards. So, and this is also with all the belief systems that we have. So we have a vibration. Sorry, this is just going to be a bit random because I don't have any notes. Normally, the traditional me, the before me, used to have a lot of notes, just knowing exactly what I need to say and go through. But I just thought, no, the new part of me, actually, the new me is just trusting that I will get the information that I need to get right now. So just knowing that when you can feel the feeling first, when you can really look at your goal and see, why do I want this thing? Why do I really want it? And then ask yourself, so when I have this thing, how will it make me feel? How will it make me feel? And I'm quite sure that you will get these feelings. I will feel joy, I will feel happiness, I will feel passion, I will feel alive, I will feel secure, you know, all these good emotions. So when you do want something, let's say the money, or somebody brought to me before, I want to manifest more clients into my life, or unexpected money. So go through the emotions, like how will this make me feel? When I have it, how will I feel? Okay? So you guys who are there right now, just please type in, so when you reach the goal that you want to reach, how would it make you feel? I believe that the emotions are going to be like the emotions I just said, but please just feel free to write them down, because you will see that all these emotions, they are so happy, they're so pure. So the key to really make what you want happen is to really set the intention for the goal that you want, and then look at the feelings, and then do everything you can every single day to feel those feelings. Because we are all vibrations. All we humans, we are energy. When I first heard that, I just thought it was nonsense. I was like, what energy? I had no idea what it actually meant, but now I know we are energy, like all of us. Just imagine yourself when you come into a room full of people, you can feel the energy. You can feel the energy. If people are happy in the room, it's going to make you happy. If there has just been a fight, you will feel that, even though everybody just have their back face towards you, but you will feel what energy is in the room. So this is how you can actually be 100% sure that we're all energy. So in the emotions, they are so much energy. And one of the highest vibrations that you could actually feel is gratitude. Gratitude and love, those are the highest vibrations. The higher you can climb on the emotional scale, the better you will get to attract whatever you want. I'm just reading a comment here saying, I feel happy now, but I want to have more of it, which is perfect. So that feeling of happiness, amazing. So you can ask your heart, like if you put your hands to your heart, you can say, I really want this happiness in my life. Right now, I don't know exactly what would make me feel happy, but my heart tells me in order for me to be happy, I should, or I need to, my heart says. So just ask your heart, like do that 10 times. My heart says, and then fill in the blank. My heart says, fill in the blank. Do that 10 times, because your heart will know, it knows what will make you feel happy. And this is one more thing, like we have been living in a long period of time where we have all been in the male energy, all this like brain energy. And that brain energy is like goal oriented, and it's like focused, and it's got to be done this way, this way, no other way. And when I do work with a lovely person called Nancy from America, and she's my my energy lady. And the first time when I met with her, she said to me, she was like, Linda, the things that you want in your life, they will come to you, but they will probably not come, they will probably not happen in the way you think they will happen. And it made me feel relief, actually. And this is exactly what I now understand that she was talking about, because normally what we do is like we set a goal and we think this is exactly how it's going to happen, because we're so used to work with only our brain. And when I said to you, Stephen, when I said to you, place your hands on your heart, because within your heart, there you have the most powerful tool to manifest. They are now doing so much research on the heart that is so much more powerful than your brain could ever be. And your heart contains like every single thing that you ever need to know. Your heart contains your true path in this life. So when you set a goal and you start to ask yourself, why do I really want it? Many times we just set a goal because it would look good, you know, people would be jealous and it will feed my ego to have that thing. But when you set a goal that would feed your ego, it's probably gonna be kind of hard work to actually get yourself there, because you won't get that much help to get there, as long as it's something to feed your ego. But when you set a goal that is from your heart space, you will see, you will get so much help. You will get so much help. And I believe that we are going towards a world where we are more female energy driven. And the contrasts are huge. Like from the male energy towards the female energy, I believe we need both of them. But the more you can come from the female energy, coming from your heart, knowing that you are supported, that it will be all good, you're gonna say it will make a massive, massive difference. This is what really happened in my life. And so many times I say to all of you guys, and I say in my videos, that my transformation was huge. And it started to become huge and massive when I went from my head towards my heart. Because my life used to be so driven by fear. It used to be so driven by looking good, by looking perfect, and just having the facade of a pretend life, really. I wanted everything to be perfect, and I put on this persona that everything was, you know, perfect. And I trapped my real personality. My real personality was somewhere deep inside. And also when that Nazi woman, she asked me, she was like, Linda, you should just write down what comes from your heart. And when I started to write down what actually came from my heart, I asked my heart. So I had a conversation, which sounds a bit schizophrenia, but I wrote in my diary and I said to my heart, like, my heart, what do you really want? Where would you like me to go? What are you upset about? What's going on? Because obviously I didn't feel well. So that conversation that I had with my heart, it surprised me. It shocked me. It really, really shocked me. The things that came up, because I was just, my pen was just floating, and I let my brain go. I let my brain take a break. So I was just writing from my heart. And the things that came up, it was shocking. And it made me realize, like, oh my goodness, the brain is one thing and the heart is something totally different. And when you can come from the heart, your transformation will also be huge. But the thing when you come from your heart is so no logic at all. Your heart is gonna tell you to do things that you're so uncomfortable with. And this is the reason why you need to work on the belief system in your brain, because otherwise it's gonna be really, really hard work. In my case, it's been hard work, but I'm lucky because of all the work that I've done. So my transformation has been quick, but it's just because I've done a lot of sessions to unblock all the subconscious beliefs that normally would just stay in the way and protect you, because your brain thinks that it does protect you. Do you see what I mean? Your brain thinks that you're really making you a favor by protecting you. Your brain is always gonna go, don't do that. That is not good for you. Or my goodness, this would happen, or this might happen, because your brain wants to protect you. And as long as you don't know how to work and talk and communicate with your brain, it's not going to work. So you got to learn how to communicate very good with your brain, and how to take away those old belief systems, the blocks, so you can come more from your heart. Because when you come from your heart, you will get so much support. So much support. And it's going to be totally unlogic. Because your heart is all the time here and now. Your heart can't be in the future. Your heart can't be in the past. That is just your brain that wants to protect you. So do whatever you can to unblock whatever is in your brain, and put your hands towards your heart and ask yourself, like, why do I want the things that I want? My heart says, I want this thing, I want a boat because, and then just repeat to yourself, what is your heart telling you? Because when you come from your heart, oh my goodness, it's going to be so different. Everything is going to be so different. You will probably end up in a totally different place. And I had a conversation with a lovely friend of mine today, and she had two different directions of where to go in her career. And both of these, when I spoke to her, I could really sense that it was all based on logic. So the issue was like, if I choose this thing, this might happen within 2 years. Or if I choose this thing, this might happen in 2 years. So it was all thinking like, if I do this today, what will happen in 2 years? But that is just coming from your head again. And I said to her, I was like, okay, I really want to get you out of your head and just ask what your heart thinks of this. So I asked her to do that exercise, put your hands on your heart and tell me what's going on. And the answers we got from her heart, it was just beautiful, telling her exactly what path to take because the heart knows. And in the end of that conversation, I was just laughing because I said to her, like, you can't think 2 years ahead from now. That is the old way of thinking. We are entering this new kind of world where you gotta live right here and right now. Do everything you can to just feel good right here and right now. And I said to her, it's just hilarious because I used to be so posh in everything I did, and I used to be so driven by the masculine energy and had to know everything. I just had to plan everything. And I remember since I was a little girl, when people would ask me, so what will you do when you grow up? I said, I will become a journalist. And this is exactly the way I'm gonna go to become that journalist. And even though I wasn't even sure that I was gonna take that path, I just told people, like, I will take this path. It was okay for me to change the path during the way, but I just had to have a path. I just had to be sure, where am I going to go? What is the path? I just had to know it. And nowadays, when I'm living my new life, it's like when people ask me, like, okay, so Linda, you're in Thailand now, you moved city, you moved to a new apartment, you're starting all this new life, what will you do? And I just keep telling people, I'm like, I'm just gonna date myself and I will see what happens tomorrow. So from being this person who used to have everything under control, I'm just enjoying it, not knowing right now. The only thing I know is that I'm guided, I'm supported, and I tune into my own feelings. And I get insights all the time. And now when we are here in Thailand, my cousin and I, which by the way, I see that my mom is online, and I want to say thank you, Mom, for connecting Sarah and I, because my mom was actually the woman to say to me, like, Linda, you should go for a walk with Sarah. And Sarah and I, which is my cousin, we hadn't met in 10 years, kind of. We hadn't really spoken in 10 years. And this was just some months ago, like 2 months ago. And when I was in my big transformation, and my mom said, you should go and meet Sarah. And when I met Sarah, apparently we had, our life had come to exactly kind of the same stages where we were so alike, and we just connected in a new kind of beautiful way. And Sarah said to me, she was like, Linda, this autumn I will go to Thailand. And as soon as she said that, I was like, I'll go with you. And here I am in Thailand with Sarah, and we are having the time of our lives, and we are analyzing everything. Like, we are really breaking everything down. all the time, because we want to understand what is going on, what happens when you listen to your heart, and when you really follow the guidance. And I did follow the guidance from my mom. My mom said to me, go and meet her. And I ended up in Thailand with Sarah, which is the most amazing thing that could ever happen. So this is the point with the goal setting again. Normally, you would have a goal, and then you would decide exactly how you're supposed to come to that goal. So let's say you want to manifest 10 new clients, or you want to manifest $1 million. So you set that intention, like we do, when we understand this is what I want. And then when you get an impulse, like, so let's say you're walking on this path, which is your life. You're walking on the path, and then you get an impulse saying like, okay, just take left here. Your heart is saying that, your impulse is telling you that. But no, you have decided that you are gonna go right. So you do go right. And then the impulse is telling you, please just make a U-turn, go back, so you can actually take the other road. But no, your male-driven energy brain is telling you, like, no, you should keep going right, because that is what you decided, remember? So you do keep following that path because you think that that is the path that will lead you towards your goal. But the thing is, if this is a right goal for you, and this is my next point if I remember it, otherwise some of you will have to remind me. If it is the right goal for you, you will be guided there. This is where the intuition comes. So many times we're so driven, but we have to get it exactly right. We need to go the way that we have decided that we're going to go. But if you already knew how to get to that goal, I promise you, you would have already gotten to that goal. So the way of really getting towards your goal and to really manifest is to listen to your intuition. Listen. I am so afraid of missing something out right now in my life. So if I'm by the pool in the middle of the day, my brain is telling me, like, just go and get water right now. I do that because something amazing might happen, or a person that I have to meet might be by the water machine. Who knows? Or it maybe was something I didn't want to see by the pool once I'm away. So listen to your impulses, and you have no idea, and I don't even have the time to tell you all the amazing stuff that have happened and come into my life since I started to listen to the intuition. And I'm just loving to see there are so many people online on this Facebook Live, because this is such an important topic. And when I say that about setting if that is the right goal for you, you will get supported. You will know if it is the right goal for you, because sometimes we set goals, like I used to set goals, and then it was just a struggle. You know that feeling when you're just banging your head towards the wall, and you're just bleeding, and you're like, I'm gonna get it done anyway. I'm gonna make sure it will happen. I'm gonna do this. I believe, like, thumbs up if you have had that feeling. I believe we all have had this feeling. And that is probably the wrong goal. I was banging my head towards the wall when I wanted to get pregnant. I was banging my head towards the wall, and I was so frustrated it didn't happen. And I cried, I got jealous of other people and everything. I turned out to a person that I didn't know myself to be. And I didn't like that side of myself. And then when I kind of just realized maybe I should just let this go and just trust that there is a reason why I haven't got pregnant yet. And I started to listen to my heart, and in the heart and that intuition just led me on this amazing journey that I would never, ever, ever been on if I just didn't trust that the pregnancy part was not the path that I was about to go on at that point of my life. So when you are setting a goal from your heart, everything is going to change. You will see synchronicities. People will show up. You will hear the right phrases. You will get guidance. All of a sudden, you will be standing in the shop with the right book in your hands. And you were like, where did it even come from? But you are going to get guided. So when you are setting the right goal for you, which is the goal that is in your heart's desire. And this is what I talked to with my friend today as well, because I said, it sounds like those goals or those options that you are mentioning to me, it sounds to me like they are head-based, not heart-based. And I said, if your heart could really decide, what would you do? And she said something totally different than the two options that she first came up with. And it's going to make a big difference. So I would really encourage you people, like everybody, this is what I'm reminding myself every single day, is to ask your heart, like really ask your heart, say to your heart, if you could choose anything, what would you like? Where would you have me to go? What would you like me to do? My heart says, fill in the blank. Really ask your heart. It's just coming like a storm in here. So I'm sure we're talking about the right stuff. This is important stuff. No, but really, when you ask your heart and you trust that your heart's desire is going to show you your right direction in this world, your world is going to change. Like, really. Does this make sense to you guys? I would love to see your comments, and I would love to hear. If there are any questions, I would be so happy to answer, because I think this is so important. We are shifting the energy right now in the world. We are going from the male-driven, the brain, kind of goal-oriented energy towards the more female. And in the end, exactly, I didn't even tell you the last part of the story with the friend, what I told her. I said to her, it's hilarious because I used to be this very posh person who had to know every single thing, and now I sound like a hippie. Just go with the flow and trust that you are guided. But I will just give you that. And the storm is definitely coming right now with thunder, wind, and like monsoon rain. So I am going to shut this off, because the chairs on the balcony are about to blow into the different rooms. So all my love to you guys, and I really hope this helped, and I would love to hear your comments. Please tell me, what is your heart's desire? What is your heart telling you? And all my love. Bye for now.